helping children, enriching lives, building a stronger community. What area programs focus on those three tenets? Want to know? Got to stay tuned to Carolina People, coming up next. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Myrtle Beach Herald. We're focused on the town of Atlantic Beach, and we're visiting with Sheila Singletary.
Well, good morning,
Good
Greg.
morning,
How are
Sheila.
you?
Thank you so much for coming in. I forgot to say you're the assistant town manager.
Yes, I certainly am. Thank you for having me.
A role you've had since December of just recently. I mean,
Yes, December 2003 is when I started with the town of Atlantic Beach. And it was very exciting to come on as the assistant town manager and revisit the town. I was in the town, I remember growing up in South Carolina, and coming back was very exciting.
now, you grew up in what part of South Carolina?
Little River. I
Oh,
grew
okay.
up
You
in
were right
Little
on the
River.
state line.
Yes, I was.
I think I saw in reading a little about you that y'all left at age 5, and there was a promise from your parents that y'all would come back on a regular basis.
Yes. All of my family are here in South Carolina, most of them. And when my parents told me at the age of 5 that we would be relocating to New York, I said I would only go if they promised to come back for every vacation and any time in between then.
Wow.
And so they said, well, of course. So it's easy.
You remember that answer,
Yeah,
that's right.
I remember that
Yeah.
answer, yeah.
It's so funny to think about what you can think of at age 5 and actually remember in life. I mean, when you think about a 5-year-old, you wonder what they're going to remember when they're older, but that's really an age that a lot of memories there.
Yeah, and not only do I remember, but I'm often reminded by my parents that, remember, you said you wanted to go back, and
Right.
even as an adult, they
yeah.
say, well, you're part of the reason why we come back so frequently.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That is great. Well, it's so exciting to see that memory aspect. My daughter turned 2 on Saturday, just 48 hours ago, and the excitement for us to wonder what she's going to remember from that birthday party or what's thought out. And I know, do you still have family here in the area?
Yes, I do. I have my dad is here, my daughter, Kiana, and she's 6 years old.
She's
and
6.
She's 6.
Congratulations.
My grandparents, tons of cousins and aunts and uncles, and yeah.
Wow, Sheila.
The core of my family is here.
What is it about Atlantic Beach that as a 5-year-old made you think this is a place I want to come back to on a regular basis?
Well, we had so much fun as kids, a family and cousins and friends. We would visit the beach and play in the sand and build sand castles and splash in the water, and that was a good event for us, and we just remember it, and it just made an impact on me. I'd like to be on the beach, and I'd like to work on the beach and do some things. As I was growing up, my family continued to visit, and so we were here practically 6 months out of the year just visiting. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So we'd be back and forth constantly.
You really
visiting.
kept your roots in South Carolina.
Pretty much so, yeah.
Well, you know, I should have said our real focus today is the after-school enrichment program, because it is. Today, 2:30, the first day in a multi-month program that kicks off. A lot of excitement. And I know last Wednesday night you all had a second orientation session, a lot that went into that, getting ready.
Yes.
How was that?
Oh, it was wonderful. We have people who are interested throughout the community, through regionally and nationally. We have so much interest has been generated by this after-school program. It kicks off today at 2:30, as you said, through
Right.
5:30. The program will run right from September 13th right through June. So we're in alignment with the school system. So we're pretty excited about it. We have children who are registered from the kindergarten age right up to the seniors in high school. And it's pretty amazing, some of the things that we're going to do with the children. In addition to helping them with their homework, we're going to tutor the children, and after we finish that, we're going to explore some arts-based programs such as music, drama, dance, visual arts. So we're excited about the program.
You gotta be. You
Yeah.
have gotta be. If you had to run out right now to go to work or to get the kids to school or do anything or just, head out of the house, what's the best phone number that someone could call to learn more about it, or do you all have a website?
Absolutely, we have a website, and we encourage our viewers to tap onto their computer and click on or type in www.atlanticbeachsc.com or call us at our office 843-663-2284 extension 6.
Okay. How exciting. Of course, having a .com name, oftentimes you think of .coms or for-profit institution. Of course, the town of Atlantic Beach, y'all really keep so much of the funds there right in the town, but y'all are definitely a .com.
Yes, well, we try to keep up with technology as other municipalities, and we find our website is one way to reach out to the public and let them know what we're doing, and we use our website to provide the public with information, things that they would come to the town hall to get. They can download from our website, so we
Really?
find it as a very instrumental piece for us.
I think I saw that Link Brokers actually hosts that site for y'all, which is a great local
Absolutely.
group up on the north end. They host a lot of sites for me as well.
Yes, they are
Shimwell and the
wonderful.
crew, they're a great crew up there, and locally owned and operated as well. Let's talk about so many aspects of this program, and obviously aside from being the assistant town manager, I know there were a heck of a lot of folks I had talked to you originally about trying to get you in. I know there'd be a lot of folks who can help speak for the town of Atlantic Beach. Obviously your town manager, your mayor, all the city council folks, so many of the employees on staff, I'm sure individually could talk about the town of Atlantic Beach. Everyone's very proud of it. But that aspect, I'm so glad you're able to come in. You'd originally sent me a contact piece to talk about the after-school enrichment program, and I'm glad I saw it because this sounds like an amazing program. Let's talk a little bit about the mission of the program. Share with the viewers how y'all came up with the original mission statement and planned it out.
Well, one of the key ingredients that we feel to building a stronger community is helping the children and enriching lives. And we looked at areas in which we could help in the community, and we came up with the after-school program. And the reason for that primarily is because we'd like to assist in the area where we can get latchkey children, as they've been called,
Right.
in an after-school program that is can offer them fun, education, and constructive guidance at the end of the school day. So this is how we came up with the after-school program.
The amazing thing was that incredibly low price I saw for this. It was $20 to register, $25 per child, and then if it was an additional child in the household, it was only an additional $10.
Absolutely.
So if a family had 4 kids, that opportunity would be 25 plus 30. It would only be $55 to get them in there,
Absolutely.
which is incredible.
Well, we did some cost comparison.
Right.
We looked at what the other after-school programs or daycare programs are costing working families, and we wanted to be competitive, but we wanted to make a situation that was workable to attract the residents in our town and make it affordable. So we came up with those prices.
Well, I saw originally that if you had enough space after folks from the town of Atlantic Beach took advantage of it, that you would open it up to citizens outside in Horry County.
Absolutely.
Is the case that y'all actually have some space for more?
Yes.
Great.
After today, we can finalize the numbers that we have in terms of residents and
Okay.
town employees, which is another nice perk for the employees of the town, is that their children and their grandchildren can attend the program. Well, when we thought about this for locally, we also thought regionally, what can we do? And that's how we opened up the program to Horry County. We are working in partnership with the After School Alliance, which is a nationwide group, and their mission is to get all the latchkey children into an after-school program throughout the nation by the year 2010. So we have partnered with them in that effort.
Wow.
So outside of our community, we're reaching out regionally and nationally.
That is a huge commitment by 2010.
Yes.
To get all latchkey kids into an after-school program. The great thing about y'all's program from 2:30 to 5:30 is so instrumental. Share with the viewers a little about if we can just, obviously today's the first day, so it'd be a lot easier having you on next week to talk about how the first week was, but we wanted to highlight today's program. And again, that phone number, 843-663-2284, extension 6.
Yes.
843-663-2284, extension 6. If a viewer wanted, if they had to leave the house right now but wanted to call and learn more about it, is that your extension?
That is my extension,
Okay.
and when I'm not there, voicemail is working,
Right.
and in conjunction with that, we have staff that's on call waiting to pick up that line.
The other great thing is that voice when you call in and get the Black Pearl. It's I'm sure you may not have heard it many times, but there's a great voice when you call the 843-663-2284 number.
Okay.
There's a voice recording that kicks in that's just a fascinating voice.
Well, we're glad you like it. That was a part of a team effort. So although we have a small staff at the town of Atlantic Beach, everyone in the team pitches in. So that's part of the team, and I'll make sure to relay that message.
I would extend that just to viewers to call 663-2284 just to hear that voice on the voicemail. It's a fabulous one. Or visit AtlanticBeachSC.com. Now, will you have info at the website about the After School Enrichment Program?
Yes, our website is being updated as we speak,
Right.
and that information should be posted by the time
Later
the
this
week
morning.
is out.
That's great. Good. Fantastic. Well, there's so much going on today, and to think after such a big, one of the big things, Sheila, in reviewing a little about you, was learning that you were selected to join an exclusive team to educate and certify airport baggage handlers. And, of course, after 48 hours ago being 9/11, 3 years after that momentous event, can you share with the viewers a little about your history and what brought you back to Atlantic Beach? I know we want to focus on the after-school program, but I want to make sure folks understand the person overseeing this program or really involved in the program has got a great background that makes this an easy thing for you.
Yes, well, my career spans over 25 years in corporate training, and I've worked in New York with the major corporations conducting training and educating folks on proprietary systems,
Wow.
applications, medical applications, computer applications, and after 9/11, I was selected to be a part of a team to certify, educate, and train airport baggage screeners. And this was under the Transportation Security Administration, and Advanced Interactive Systems. And of course, first we had to become certified, and then we were deployed to different airports throughout the nation and made sure that the baggage screeners were properly handling the baggage, properly screening, and securing our airports.
Well, I saw that aspect even before that. Part of that, part of the ability to be chosen for that was that aspect of you having owned a computer consulting company.
Yes.
And then having trained employees, as you said, on the proprietary medical technology application, which is huge. Share with the viewers real quick, what does that mean, proprietary medical technology applications? How would that impact their lives?
Well, simply put, if a viewer ever goes to the hospital or the doctor for a doctor's visit, one of the applications was automating the appointment booking.
Okay.
Before, not too long ago, it was a time where when you schedule an appointment, one would pull out an appointment book. And if the patient changed their mind, Then they had to scratch out, white out all of this information. Well, that process was automated, and that allows more than one person in the facility to schedule appointments simultaneously throughout the place of business. In 2001, I worked at the Emory Hospital,
leading in
Atlanta, Emory Hospital and Crawford Long Hospital, where they automated their, they call it the chart order system.
Okay.
So for the viewers who have ever visited someone in the hospital and know that they have a chart at their bedside, that chart is used throughout the hospital for different purposes. One, to select their dietary needs, one, to apply medicines and things like that.
Wow.
Now, one person would, for example, a doctor would take the chart away, then if the dietary needs changed, where's the chart? Well, that application was changed and automated. So now, once we had this automated process, anyone in the doctor,
so if the doctor walks off, you're not out of luck.
Absolutely. Anybody in the hospital can access the information and update the chart accordingly.
Well, now, Emory's in a huge city of Atlanta. Have some of the area hospitals gotten some of that application training?
Absolutely.
Grand Strand, Conway, Loris?
Well, here locally, I'm not sure if the same thing is being done.
Okay.
But I think across the board, all of the hospitals are looking at this technology as a piece to add to what they can do.
That's fascinating, Sheila. I think, just incredible. And of course, to see all this about you and leading into the after-school enrichment program, it makes it so much easier when you, just like you did right there, breaking it down, keeping it simple, talking about something potentially really difficult, breaking it down. And I also saw that fascinating aspect of helping to train in Cobb County, Georgia, and educate all the folks on using the electronic voting machines. I mean, another thing, when you're working with all the volunteers at electronic or Board of Elections, you want to keep it as simple as possible. Make it so they know if they're going to spend 12 hours there doing board work. I mean, that's something you got to keep it simple for them. What was that like?
Well, that was very, very exciting because the electronic voting system was new to Atlanta, and Georgia, the state of Georgia, was embracing this electronic voting system. So throughout the state, every county was focused on getting their registered voters familiar with the system. So we were very successful at educating the folks in Cobb County, as well as the other folks who were working throughout the state with the other counties.
Wow. Golly, that's a tough loss for Georgia to have you move back to this part of South Carolina. They must be not feeling too good.
Well, they call back every now and then
I'm
and
sure
try
they
to entice me to come back.
I'm sure they do. That's right. We got 7 minutes. Time has flown, Sheila, and I want to make sure we get into obviously the hours of operation, the transportation, how folks are getting there. Obviously, we talked about the fees, but the program overview and the team, and of course some of the children involved. And are you seeking volunteers? Could a viewer be involved to volunteer to help the program tick?
Absolutely. We encourage our viewers to join us. They may have 2-3 hours a day that they can participate in the program, or maybe once a week, or maybe once a month, once a year. Whatever your time allows, we invite you to join us with the after-school program. I'd like to thank some volunteers who have called and said, count us in. We're working with Coastal Carolina University. We're working with Horry County Georgetown Tech, and they're putting together some interns. They'll be on our volunteer team. We have from the 1200 AM radio station, Reggie Dixon, who is going to join us. We have the executive director of the Salvation Army, Mr. Crawford. He has volunteered his time. So the calls keep coming in, and we encourage the viewers to join us in our effort for the after-school program.
Very important. Share with the viewer if they could give 3 hours a week. Let's say a viewer lives in Mullins but can cruise down 22 and get up to Atlantic Beach, commit 45-minute drive to get over there. What are something they would, what would you put them to work at for 3 hours a day if they could volunteer that much time?
There are many things to do. We're going to be helping with the homework, and you know that's pretty exciting. We have different age groups, so we have different groups of children to work with.
Right.
We are going to offer tutoring, so you could help us tutor in the areas of math, reading, science, language arts. You could help us with paperwork, doing some of the administrative tasks.
Right.
You could help us with serving snacks to the children. We've
Right.
just been awarded a grant from the Department of Social Services for feeding the children free snacks. So
You're
that's
kidding. Great.
Yes.
From 2:30 to 5:30?
Yes.
Wow, Sheila, you must be juiced about that.
Oh,
Speaking of snacks.
I'm psyched.
That is fantastic. You know, think of that aspect. So many folks are like, I don't think children want to be around me, or I'd feel uncomfortable around kids, or, you know, I'm too old, maybe I'll fall over or trip. I mean, but you said anything. There's so many things that could be done there on a volunteer side.
Absolutely. And not only that, but our kids are very instrumental to the program as well. What we're doing with our older children, the ones who are seniors,
Right.
they're reaching back to the younger ones, and they're going to be leading the computer lab. So
Really?
they will be using some of their time
Wow.
to teach the younger folks the computers and different
How exciting.
software applications. Yeah.
That is and of course, that opportunity, you can take volunteers from anywhere. There's never enough volunteers. Yeah.
Absolutely. Any citizen who's interested, call us at the Town of Atlantic Beach, 663-2284, extension 6, and we'll give you all the information you need to come and join us.
You've kept it real simple. We got 5 minutes, Sheila. Let's talk real quick, and then we can get back and wrap up with the after-school enrichment program. But summer school program, you've got a Friends of Atlantic Beach, obviously the Gullah Geechee Festival for old-time sake, the Bike Fest, the Charter Day, the Fall Winter Holiday, just so many things going on
Yes.
within the Cultural and Leisure Services Division and within the town of Atlantic Beach. Share with the viewers real quick who may not have ever traveled to the town of Atlantic Beach, what's in store for them if they got in the car to come up there.
If you got in the car to come down to the Town of Atlantic Beach, you would just be so filled with things to do. In the summer, after our after-school program ends, we're going to be gearing up for our summer youth program, and that's going to last throughout the summer. We have Friends of Atlantic Beach, and if you'd like to become a friend of Atlantic Beach, concerned about the beach, concerned about its growth and its redevelopment, contact our website and you can sign up and send us a note. Gullah Geechee Festival takes a higher momentum this year than last. We've
Right.
have greatly exposed the festival to our viewers and residents, and so come down to experience that.
Right.
And for old time's sake, it's an annual event going on 21 years,
Wow.
which is an annual dance and fundraiser. Come down for that, and that happens in March, and Charter Day happens in June. That's when the town had first received its charter from being unincorporated to becoming a municipality with a charter. And the fall and winter holiday celebration, during the Thanksgiving, we give back to the community and people who are in need, provide them with a Thanksgiving dinner. And for the winter, we have a holiday celebration. This year, we're gearing up for the kids to do a production. So
wow.
we're excited.
Sheila, I got to read this quick quote from John Hope Franklin, one of the most famous historians, not only in the Southeast, but in the country. He was a presidential historian to President Bill Clinton. Quote, "Rich in culture and entertainment, Atlantic Beach was one of the most prosperous and popular places for blacks during the 40s to mid-70s. That's John Hope Franklin, a Duke professor, a famous professor emeritus. You think about that aspect, and if a viewer, you talked about the Friends of Atlantic Beach, if there's a viewer in the PD or southeastern North Carolina who can't go online, who doesn't have internet access, can they still call to be involved? And what is the Friends of Atlantic Beach? I mean, there's some money involved there. Could they help donate to keep Atlantic Beach strong?
Absolutely. Our Friends of Atlantic Beach are citizens just like you and me and you, Greg, and they are concerned about the beach and its revitalization and the things that are going on with the beach. And they donate time, they donate money to the beach. And so we have a separate fund for our Friends in Atlantic Beach, which is very, very important to us.
Great. So a viewer could still call the 843-663-2284 number, extension 6.
Exactly.
Or even just to hear that voice again. And for so many of our viewers in the PD in southeastern North Carolina who've been coming to Atlantic Beach all their lives, just like you
Yes.
were, they may be really interested in being involved to help chip in based off John O. Franklin quotes or just you talking about it. I mean, just to continue to keep that area strong and, as you say, revitalize. It's a big commitment.
Well, we welcome you, and we'd love to have you be a part of us as a friend of Atlantic Beach.
To wrap up, we got a minute. If you had a minute to say what's happening today, what kicks off today and runs till I think June 8th, what's the most important message to get out to viewers?
We are running this after-school program to help the children after school, help them have some fun, continue and complete their homework, and explore some arts-based programs, music, drama, dance, visual arts, help the parents, the working family, with their children so they don't have to worry. We want to provide a safe, constructive, and fun environment for the children.
That's great. Sheila, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Certainly. Certainly a pleasure.
Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Sheila Singletary coming up next. Nicknamed the Black Pearl. They've had that name a long, long time. Town of around 250 folks. You've always heard big things come in small packages. The commitment to youth, the commitment to children, to an after-school enrichment program. That word enrichment's not thrown in there for naught. It's for real. From 2:30 to 5:30 today, starting today, running till June 8th. This is a program now open to Horry County residents. If they had the money, they'd probably open it to the southeast if folks could travel in. It's that important aspect of working to get latchkey kids into an environment with other adults, with seniors, with high school students that are trying to help train them. It's good for you. You can volunteer. You heard Sheila say it. It's real simple. 843-663-2284. Her extension 6, 843-663-2284, or you can go to atlanticbeachsc.com. They want to count you in.